can take part in the breakfast. Sunday afternoon, our GMC Manathical behavior class, we are keeping from morning, up till 1 o'clock. After breakfast till 1 o'clock, we begin Kirtan, and we have Abhishek. 21. Then of course Prasad. So please do attend. At least we invited all this state representatives and council members. So there should be our people, I request you to present that. Also today's sponsorship. So we are grateful to the ISKCON. And anybody came first time? Anybody's here for the first time? No, thank you. So on the occasion of grandchildren's birthday, grandchildren Surabhi, Isha, Lavi, Meghal. So Akhilesh, our Akhilesh stand. So we are grateful to the large family sponsors on this list. Thank you. So we have another sponsor, so we have them up here. We are grateful to them. So thank you. And now we'll have a class before we go to Prasad. Thank you very much for attending this and this group. Today's class is on Earth Day. It's very neutral topic. It is not on any spiritual thing. So just give me 1 minute. Where is the? You are not connected. Wait, just give me 1 minute. Wait. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jnanamirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmritam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschati Dishatarane Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Kangaratimachalam Pamungai Tigrim Yitrapatma Shigaranatar Srichatamishwara. Honestly speaking, I don't have any qualification to present on anything. But always I try because I cannot properly frame my ideas, and it's also time pressed. Always this thing to do 10 things. It may not come out good, but stay tuned. Earth. This Friday we are celebrating Earth Day. Actually, this was created, it was not there before. only to create what is happening, to create awareness. This Earth Day was started. In my childhood, even I'm sure those of you elderly knew, as soon as we would get up, we would offer obeisance to Earth because she's supporting us. In Srimad Bhagavatam, actually, there is you all know Bhagavad Gita, right? There are so many Gitas in Srimad Bhagavatam. Uddhava Gita, Aila Gita. What are the other Gitas? Let us see. Bhumi Gita, very good. And Rudra Gita, one more. Anugita is there. Who said that? Who is telling? Bhagavatam. Gopi Gita, yes. Gopi Gita is there, Aila Gita is there, Rudra Gita is there, Uddhava Gita is there, but Bhumi Gita is also there. For many people, the education, this education, Roger, what is the Gita you said? Anugita. Where is it?
He said, I cannot teach you anymore because I was teaching at the time of the Kurukshetra. Now I will tell you about the Anugita, not that Gita, which this Gita has.
Amazing. I don't know, but thank you. Wonderful. So, what is that? This education puts so much emphasis on the senses, seeing, touching, tasting, hearing. In other words, what you see is what you believe. What you don't see is what you don't believe. So the problem is, then what happens? Most of the knowledge that we get through eyes, actually, what is that? We have 4 defects. What are the 4 defects? That is the last one. First is imperfect senses. Second one, because we have imperfect senses, we tend to become illusion. Third thing, for that reason, we commit mistakes. That is third one. The fourth one is we have a cheating propensity. These are the 4 defects we have. Now our senses are imperfect. If you eat gulab jamun and take little sweet lemon water, that lemon water appears doesn't sweet at all. Anyway, there are so many presentations on this, but my topic is not that. So, but scriptures, we receive knowledge, and what is it? Aroha Panta, So we receive the knowledge. What is the which way? Descending. We don't do research because our senses are imperfect. We receive knowledge from scriptures. So scriptures, Bhumi, actually, so if I am right, Mark Twain says there is only 1 millionaire in the area of spirituality. 1 millionaire in the area of spirituality means what he says, that is India. Of course, today we are sitting on the burnt out remnants of the Vedic culture. One time I said Google is laughing about the statement. Maybe it's true. India one time spiritual, but not anymore. Statistics show something else. Why Google is laughing? I told this one time. Should I repeat today? Because Google has search engine, right? Indian 130 crore people, right? 95% of searches are on pornography. 95% of searches are on pornography. Then where is the security for children? Where is the security for women? Where is the security for old people? So when Mark Twain said India is only 1 millionaire of spirituality, Google said we don't believe that. anymore. But what is spirituality? Everything is regarded as a spirit. I think if I'm right, Vedic culture only regards country as Bharata Mata. Nobody calls America Liberty Mata. Did you hear anybody? You know? So in India say Bharat Mat ki jai. Nobody says in America Liberty Mat ki jai. Or Eiffel Tower Mat ki jai in France. Does anyone say that? You know? Even though there is so much of degradation, the rivers are polluted in India. Once you get into the train, once you come to the bridge of Ganga, you'll take a coin and throw. Ganga Mata. When you see something as a spirit, respect. When you see something as a spirit, respect. When you see something as a matter, you want to enjoy. Best example, you see chicken, soul, respect. The moment you forget chicken as a soul, for somebody who is who has the habit of eating meat, his mouth starts salivating. Let me enjoy. But the moment you think this is a spirit, you respect. I'm going to agree. That's why spirituality is important. If spirituality is not there, everything is for my enjoyment only. Bharat Mata, Bhumi, Bhumi is also Mata. Pudami Talli, Bhumi, So it's a mother. Ganga Mata, Yamuna Mata. So Earth, yesterday I was speaking when because Hiranyaksha took gold from Earth, because of the Earth lost its balance and fell down in Garbhodakoshan. Supreme Lord emerged from the nostrils of Varahadev, emerged from the nostrils of Brahma, became like a huge mountain, went to Garbhodak's ocean, he dredged and retrieved. That is a sign Earth is round. If it is square or something else, you cannot take it. Simple point. Earth is spherical. So then the Hiranyaksha started throwing invectives, started speaking bad words. Then it said Mother Earth became scared. So she has feelings. Sun is a planet controlled by sun god. Vivaswan is a person. Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to not sun planet. The Devata controlling the sun planet. What is his name? Vivaswan. Imam Vivasate Yogam Praktavanam Vyam. So likewise, Bhumi is no doubt a planet, but it is controlled by Mother Earth. Her name is Bhumi, Bhudevi. So when Europeans came to conquer America, the Native Americans made the statement, if you don't respect Earth, a day will come there won't be Earth. What do you mean by respect? You salute in the morning and start doing wrong things in the evening? No, definitely not. Today Earth is suffering. I said every time I come out of New York airport, the population of New York, that many millions, this many lawyers are needed to support Earth because Earth needs a lawyer. Honestly speaking, 2019, I read a report in the part of the news. Federal FBI tabled a report to federal government. Because of the ecological changes, new viruses are going to come into existence. This will cause troubles to human health. And I attended GBC college. Same report was discussed in Bhagavatam class 2019. This came in April, 19 November it was discussed. John, less than 1 year. See, I still so many people wearing mask. And practically 10 million people left the planet. So not that you ignore and you sit down. Karma, every action has equal and opposite reaction. You know? So, I mean, some portions I showed in the past, because of our less intelligent behavior. Can you see that circle, garbage? I showed this one time. I took it in emergency. This is nothing but a plastic island. These plastic islands are increasing. That wherever you see that yellowish portions, they're all up, they're pervading the island, I mean oceans. This is a plastic. And actually, I forgot to, Shyam Vishnu, he showed you a picture. A big whale, dead whale. It has probably 100,000 bottles of plastic. That's why it died. It came to the ocean, the shore, and dead from the mouth. Whatever, what was coming out? Plastic bottles. These are the islands. These islands are giving trouble to the passage of the ships, and the islands are increasing. Who is responsible? You and me. And this is Mother Yamuna just coming down from Himalayas. How many of you think it's such a lively picture? Amazing, right? And how many of you think this is also such a lively picture? Same river. This is Yamuna only. This is not anything else. But this is Yamuna after Delhi. This is Yamuna before Delhi. Right? So my point to you, actually, I was reaching Vrindavan a couple of years ago. It's beautiful greenery, beautiful, wonderful fields. Wow. In between, there's a big drainage going, killing the plants. I said, why there is a drainage going through these fields? They said, it is not drainage, it is Yamuna. Wow. Then I went to KC Ghat. These frogs were struggling. I went to take bath. Just now I said, Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Did you hear that? I'm honest with you, none of us say wholeheartedly Yamuna Mai Ki Jai because our behavior is different. Yamuna Mai Ki Jai, this is all superficial. So superficial. And Maneka Gandhi, the environmental minister, met His Holiness Radhanath Swami in the airport. Somebody came to him and said, I want to, she's a daughter-in-law of Indira Gandhi, former Prime Minister. Or really, that was she is Home Minister, Environmental Minister, Union Environmental Minister. She wants to talk to you. Said, yes. So she talked to Swamiji respectfully, first line. Second line, she said, you Swamijis, you all travel in business class and you travel in air-conditioned cars. What is that you are doing for rivers? Environment is polluted, Ganga is polluted, Yamuna is polluted, all the rivers are polluted. I am, as a union minister, spending 800, 900 crores to purify them. It was a jolt for him because he didn't expect that from an environmental minister. He said, Mataji, why the rivers are polluted? Because our hearts are polluted. Every heart is today filled with greed. What is ecological pollution? It's ecological problem, it's a spiritual problem. Every heart has this much greed, this much pollution, every heart has, it will reflect in rivers, it will reflect in environment. We don't sit idle, Mataji. If you have a boil here, you apply medicine here, the boil will come here. Why? Blood is corrupt. So purify the blood. He gave that example and he said, you We don't apply medicine here. What you're spending 900 crores in less than 5 years, Yamuna and Ganga will be polluted again. You see, same thing happened. She spent that money, but she worked for only 4 years term. She worked, but again back to normal. Why? Today our hearts are polluted. We go to wishy-washy spirituality. One temple, Dasara, one temple, Deepavali, another temple, what is it, Janmashtami, another temple. But we hold that unlimited greed. We hold envy, anger, pride. But we need a spiritual insurance. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not spirituality. Real spirituality is instead of greed, simplicity. Instead of exploitation, respect and gratitude. So otherwise, if everyone's heart is polluted, it will reflect outside. Use and throw, use and throw, use and throw. It will reflect in relationships. Use and throw. I'm married for 10 years, I both use, then throw. 70% of marriages are divorced. No training. Temples are happy decorating deities and doing pujas, but nobody tells anything. One time I went to a temple in South India, 1,000 feet height, only 2 people. Because everyone wants to come to America only. By going to temple, you cannot come to America. So, because of our collective faulty nature, oceans are polluted, rivers are polluted. And then somebody will say, no, I've seen Hudson River, very beautiful. I have seen St. Clair's Lake, amazing. Definitely not. 1992, federal government declared all the rivers in America are officially polluted. I'm living in America for more than 2 decades now. I've never seen even one person taking a glass of water and drinking. Because they're polluted. My hearts are polluted. And today, what is that? This is one time people would scared to even go to North Pole or South Pole. But today, solar, what is that? There is no snow. They're all melted. 1992, 390 kilometer one glacier broke away from the from the North Pole. Scientists cried watching the scene. It broke away from the North Pole and mixing into the ocean, turning into water. They said we expected this would break after 30 years, but it's breaking now to become water. The temperatures are rising. And just before Corona started, Amazon. Today you say Amazon. 20 years ago when I was studying, everyone knew Amazon means Amazon forests. Today Amazon means one person told me he got job in Amazon, and I can't tell you what his salary was. And I asked him, tell me honestly, what is the hike you got? 100%. 100% hike he got in salary. I said, why not? Everyone is buying online. He just got the hike 100%. So the point is, now you say Amazon means shopping. So just before Corona started, the Amazon forest called lungs of earth, they were being burnt. We all watched. Somebody clicked pictures also. But nobody thought it will affect our lungs. Those of you who got Corona may have some experience. I got Corona, so I have some experience. Every action has equal and opposite. Opposite? Yes. So where are we going? Do you know what is that? America, most of the land is not cultivated, and the land is used for golf courses. And farmers are paid more money than they get for not growing crops. Why? Economics is based on the principle demand and supply. If demand is more and supply is less, then the cost will be more and you can fill your pockets. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not done by the innocent farmers. This is done by educated engineers. If you create an artificial demand, you can sell your product for double the money. This is done by people from Harvard, Yale, and MITs, or even local universities. Should I continue? In order to maintain demand and supply today, practically every day New Zealand throws gallons and gallons of milk in the waters just to maintain the supply. One of the biggest countries, Brazil, grows tobacco. When somebody is hungry, tobacco doesn't feed. Northeast India, tea leaves. South India, coffee. Why there is hunger problem? People should die. Let us fight. No. Prabhupada said, Earth can feed the present population multiplied by 10. Earth can feed, but Earth cannot feed the greed. So what is our contribution? Okay, somebody will ask, for a solar capture melting, what will I do sitting in Michigan? Or Amazon forests are burning, what will I do in the Michigan? Little information. What can I do with global warming? What is the greenhouse effect? So what happens is, sun, solar radiation comes from, sun is the one who actually gives light, heat, and because of the sun, the activity starts on Earth actually. So when sun's heat comes, in the form of radiation, some radiation, so we are covered by ozone. Ozone layer protects us from this, what is that, ultraviolet and other dangerous emissions. So what happens when sun's heat comes, some radiation is absorbed by Earth and warms the Earth, and something will be reflected. And some of the infrared radiation passes through the atmosphere. Some is absorbed by greenhouse gases and re-emitted in all the directions by the atmosphere. The effect of this is to warm the Earth's surface. And basically that's how the whole thing happens. But now, this is actually what happens. The radiation comes inside, it warms the atmosphere, absolutely all right. But now what happened? The greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, because of our consumption. Walmart was selling 6,000 items in 1970. Today, Walmart sells 48,000 items. Sorry, 8,000 and 48,000. 6 times more products Walmart is selling. Do you think Americans are 6 times happier now? Because of these products, it is heating the environment. Earlier there was more oxygen. Now 80% carbon dioxide. The greenhouse emissions include 80% of carbon dioxide, 12% methane, and some percentage of nitrous oxide. What they are doing, they are heating the environment. When they are heating the environment, that's going and melting the solar caps. And actually, in future, some islands won't be there. They have to live in the water. So many species are dying because of the solar caps melting. And up to this, we are not affected. The third point, because of the ecological imbalance, new viruses are going to come. This will touch us. Up to this, we are not touched. Okay, we are learning. What we are touched? Now we got the effect of 1919 and new virus will come. New virus. But now you say new virus. Experience teaches a lot of lessons. Now new virus will come. Corona came. Like a, it is like a warm-up match, first 5 hours. First 5 hours match itself is so tough. Imagine what will happen in the last hours. So the new viruses will come, which will cause the health problems, serious health problems to the mankind. This is the FBI report. Right? So one reason is these emissions. Car emissions and factory emissions. Car emissions contribute 13%, and rest all the percentage is given here. 3% air, 4% inland waterways, 5% trucks and buses, 11% cars and two-wheelers, 2% vans. How many of you are from Delhi here? Can you stay in Delhi in January? Huh? No, but what happens is, the fog, these the emissions, they're filled there. Until you come to Vrindavan, no, you can't see anything. So one gentleman in that doing seriously yoga. You're breathing this, you're inhaling all these dangerous gases actually. So, and as I said, the corona, the newer viruses are going to come, and we have the taste of corona already, which has claimed so many lives. And probably the biggest successful product in the past, 50 years is cell phones. And I forgot to put the picture actually, Just go to internet and give. This is where, I can definitely agree, we're all addicted to cell phone, no problem. But do you know, 2000, what is that? I forgot which year. United Nations declared, WHO, because of the cell phone signals, the small insects are hit by the signals from the towers and unable to retrace their path to home. That's why they're all dying. Now, when I used to live, 2002, 3, 4, so many honeybees. No honeybees. In India, to offer pinda to your ancestors, you want crows, no crows. Why? They're all dead. But I'm happy sitting in my bathroom calling my, doing FaceTime and calling my relatives on the other side of earth. Everyone comes with a price. And actually, environmental pollution, technological waste is one of the hazardous wastes. And I showed this, but I just included this. And what is that? Children, before finishing a school, an average child, this is according to European Union survey, 22 years ago, year 2000. 8,000 murders and 100,000 acts of violence. Do you think after watching the child will become Prahlad? And one more thing is there, And people, they are affected externally by the bad environment, internally by the media. And today, this is actually, I showed this once, but I'm showing this again. Let me share this sound. People, more than an hour before, stressed out. Every second person has mental problem.
Quitting smoking is not easy. If you are serious about it, talk to your doctor.
It is an advertisement. It's by National Institute of Mental Health. The point is, rather than, everyone, that is not my problem. We are doing this. No, we are all contributing. Does mental advancement provide solutions to the real problems? Yes, today huge information, quick communication, global connectivity. But today, health issues, impersonalism and pornography. 1990 TVs were big, we were small. But today TVs were small, we are big. No, you weren't downloaded, you were born. One child asked, so when was I downloaded? Mother said, you are not downloaded. When children were asked, where does the rice come from? Children said, Walmart. Honestly speaking, if you know how difficult it is to man and grow rice, you will never throw even one grain. Wow, what a process is involved to, produce rice. Tilling, you need to have this much water, then you have to take them out. I also don't know fully, but then again, you have to replant them, you have to grow them. Farmer knows how difficult it is, So today we have speed, but no direction, So the simple now applications we also have seen, but I love this because our consumerism is because of this. Our misbehavior is because of this. But if you learn, we are not the body that we see in the mirror, but we are a spirit soul sitting within. You will try to realize that you are a spirit soul, but not the body. Somebody told me recently, there are so many products. There is not even one product for the soul. All the products are good only when soul is inside the body. So we don't want wishy-washy spirituality. We want a genuine sadhana. Genuine sadhana. So if you keep on trying to satisfy your tongue, here, skin, you cannot be happy. So today, what is the solution? The solution is a 4S. First one is can somebody read it? Sadhana, spiritual practices. Not like wishy-washy, spiritual insurance, but a genuine sadhana. Second one, sadachar. Third one, shastric study. Fourth one, before we see that, in our tradition, we always said ABCD, but before we see that these four things, I want everyone to know, please, simple living. What is simple living? Try to satisfy your soul, not the body. Do you know we are open every day 5 o'clock? Can you please get up? No, just serious. No, he did his computer science engineering from Drexel University, paying huge money. But he's happy offering food to Krishna at 4:30 in the morning and doing Aarti every day. He's a computer science engineer. Thank you. And one day I gave him $100. When I travel, you may need something. And keep it. 1 year later, he came to me and said, I don't need this money, keep it. Wow, really a king. If you increase your wants, you will, even if you have so much money, you will be a beggar. If you reduce your desires, you will be a king. I cannot control him because he doesn't need anything. He is satisfied serving Krishna. He is happy serving Krishna. He's happy being single. He's happy with his devotion. Sometimes there won't be anybody. You all live in probably less than 3-mile radius, but we cannot get up. Why? We are not interested. ISKCON 99% is outside. 0.1% is inside. Very important thing is set an example. Simple living means Black Friday comes, don't run. Keep your needs simple. One reason I stayed with ISKCON was, one of the reasons, one day I joined full-time 20 years ago. That time the GMC chairman, one time 2003 or 4, he came to New Vrindavan. I used to live in West Virginia. Says, Maharaj, can I serve you? He said, he was busy meetings. He gave me all his clothes to wash, sannyasi. And I took them to wash it, hand wash. He said, don't put in the washer and dryer. So I opened his first dhoti. This has a big hole in the waist area. He just flew from India. So what is his idea? I need just a cloth. I'm a spirit soul, not the body anyway. I need something to cover. This is the GBC international chairman for ISKCON. He has such a torn cloth he's wearing. But because I'm not the body, I'm a spirit soul. Amazing. I saw some sannyasis in ISKCON, same dress after 10 years also. Such a simple living, putting a very less and less burden on earth. I used to live in Singapore as a software consultant. One day, my roommate, I said, let us count your shirts. I told this to children many times. We counted 86 shirts. I told him, we are getting so much money, no doubt. $9 and $50, it doesn't matter for us. But it matters for earth. We have so much money, give it to your parents. That time I was not a monk. Simple living. It's very important. I went home. My mother was literally, she was on the, I thought she would not make it. But then she made it. Of course, she survived the corona. One day she was actually, all the saris very expensive. Because to India, everyone has money. Buying this for what? Oh, you need, if you have 7 years, why not? Or 14? You don't need money. Consumerism. Buy, use and throw. This will come when there is no spirituality. This will come when there is no spirituality. That's why we tell people, listen. Listening is important. Rather than reciting slokas, listen, understand and apply. Earth is suffering. There won't be earth at all. 2004, Toronto University, a professor said, what do you want to know the greatness of this generation? Up till this generation, all the generations, whatever the previous generations left over, they would use a little bit and leave the rest of the generations. But this generation greatness, they have consumed everything what our previous generations left for us, and whatever is meant for our children and grandchildren, we are eating up. Earth is giving this much, we want this much. Earth cannot make it. The famous Nobel laureate Amartya Sen said, India and China want to become like America. Impossible. You need 5 earth planets to support. Because America alone generates 9 times more trash than the rest of the world. But India and China, they are very happy now. At least 1 point they're equal, crossed America, because they generate more cell phones than America. Each country has 1 billion cell phones. China has more than 1 billion, India has more than 1 billion. But what is that? Technological waste. Putting so much burden. If you go 1,000 miles deep in Atlantic Ocean or Pacific Ocean, cut open the body of a whale, you will see this much plastic. There is various high thinking. You're happy gratifying your people are happy eating. Not knowing that the food is filled with so many, what is that, chemicals. Oh no, this gentleman used to do PhD in the famous universities, one of the famous universities, Penn State. And he got a wonderful job in California. I went to see him, and we were 4 people standing like this. He came suddenly in between 5. He looked like this. 2, they said, one of us is going to die out of cancer. I said, you're talking as though this is, good news. No, that is my research. Every 4th person is, in America is affected by cancer. Such a tiny community we have 4 or 5 people suffering with cancer. Why? He said, the food we eat is contaminated, the water we drink is contaminated, the air we breathe is contaminated. Simple living, sirs and ma'ams. Simple living. And high thinking. What is high thinking? You're endowed with so much intelligence. Brahmadharani Upanishad says, utilize it to cleanse your heart, awaken the love of God, go back to Godhead. Why population is increasing? Because once you attain human life, in older generations, people utilize human life to go back to Godhead. But nowadays, they are using their intelligence to increase the happiness through the possession of material life. Nobody wants to go back to Godhead. We live as though we'll never die. We die as though we never lived. Please excuse me and forgive me if I'm speaking a little harsh, but because I've seen Yamuna recently. After spending 800-900 crores, Yamuna could not recover 1 year of inactivity during Corona time. We received pictures, blue waters, first time in Yamuna, because all the industries, many people died in Delhi. And first time blue waters flowed in Yamuna. But now Corona is becoming better again, back to normal. How many of you think general spirituality? Yes, there are so many temples increasing, mosques increasing, synagogues increasing. Human greed is also increasing. Find happiness in small things. You'll be happy. In Japan, one disease started probably 10 years ago. Children cannot correlate with parents. Father sends an email to son. Son, switch off the computer and come down and take prasad. Son is upstairs, but son cannot correlate with father. Impersonalism. Not like that. Go an extra mile. How are you, dad? How are you, mother? How are you? Mataji, how are you? Prabhu, how are you? Just inquiry makes you happy. Happiness in little things. Happiness in little things. One day one person said, he asked, how are you? That lady said, thank you for asking. We are so busy in our lives. We are very impersonal in our lives. We always say, this person can, do I need him in future? Yes. Roja, how are you? I don't need him. He's coming. Such a superficial lifestyles we have adopted. Happiness is in small things. Service, gratitude. It's important. How many of you think it's important? It's very important. One time Jayapatha was sick actually. And one devotee asked, I do a lot of service, but I don't get any appreciation. He said, give me the temple president phone number, I'll call him right now. Why he doesn't appreciate you? He just recovered from a big stroke. No one knew what would happen. Of course, he's still doing good. Appreciation, gratitude. But these things will not come with spirituality. Without them, if spirituality is not there, every day, some of you Hare Krishna devotees know, we get up in the morning, we take bath and clean the body, then we bathe our consciousness in the holy name. We bathe our consciousness with the holy name. One gentleman told me, this is an amazing congregation. He told two names. They sheltered me like anything. I'm very grateful. Very happy to be with you. And we also have a good thing. Anybody becomes sick, we pray for them. We take time and we chant for them. Not just one day, every day. That's wonderful actually. And the next one, what is the fourth one? No consumerism. You have so much money, give it to your children. But on a lighter note, we are also here to take that money. If you have so much money, you can give it to us. You can utilize it. But if you want me to speak seriously, no, you don't need to give it to us. So this is a temple where you're not tested for money actually. If you give it, yes, we utilize in Krishna service. And one gentleman told me a very nice thing. Recycling is it's a very powerful word. One engineer from GM is coming and giving a seminar on Friday on the recycling. But simple thing, use and throw, avoid it. So I'm sure many of you agree you have this in your blood, but it's not there in America. When a cupcake is given to you, what you will do? You'll eat the cake. The paper, what you will do? Indians only know this. You look around, nobody's there, you'll take the paper also put in your mouth. Anybody does it? Anybody did it? Let us be honest. So you don't want to waste. So I'm joking. So anyway, minimize the consumption of plastic. Especially one-time use, minimize the consumption. We are thinking how we can avoid, certain things. We'll make some decisions seriously. And the last one, very important, eat sanctified prasad. The gratitude starts from there. Krishna, my Lord, when somebody opens a door for you, you'll say thank you in America. So Krishna, before you take birth, he is putting milk in the body of the mother. And he's maintaining you when you sleep. He's protecting you from other viruses. Through nature, he is giving foodstuffs. He is giving intelligence to make money to you. Say thank you. How to tell thanks? For food. Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam, Yome, Bhaktya, Prayachati. Tadaham, Bhaktya, If you offer with gratitude, Krishna, my Lord, this is the food. Krishna will give you more food. Otherwise, a day will come, there won't be any food. How to make Krishna give us more food? Give him whatever you cooked, vegetarian. Why I said vegetarian? All the deforestation is because of cutting the trees to grow grass for this livestock. They don't call it cows. They call it stock. What a word, huh? So you store grains, you store dal, you store rice. Likewise, you store cows. Means this is not a soul. Cow is only meant for my tongue. They don't use the word cow in America. What they use? Livestock. Means this is also storable item, but it has life. Wow. No, it has a soul. If you separate the farm, actually one time I heard, cow is in the barn and you make the decision 10 miles away, we'll send the cow to slaughterhouse, cow will know. That Daniel's cow can never be happy. Pythagoras in 6th century said, every action has equal and opposite reaction. And whatever, so if we kill this, it'll come back to us. Today, every third child is killed in the womb of the mother in the name of abortion. And 20th century is the biggest, is a, it is a bloodiest century with 3 wars. And there is a war going on as I speak. So how to prevent the pernicious effects of Kali Yuga? You all know this, but I'm just repeating it. Come like this once, 2 hours a week. Eat prasad, hang on, and become a devotee. You minimize these things, you apply these things. I am not here to canvas for Hare Krishnas. I am here to tell you how you will make a solution to protect earth. If possible, acquire land and grow farm. Acquire farm and grow some food. So it's very important. This is what I want to speak. And if you want more information, I heard the state representative is actually champion for protection of earth. That's why I invited. But my request to you, so if you make a sankalpa, determination, I will protect Mother Earth. Actually, in childhood, we used to do that. But offer obeisance to earth and say like Sakaragre was the Lakshmi Karmule Saraswati, Karmadya Saraswati Karmule Sita Gauri Prabhade Karadarshanam. So you would say these mantras, you need mercy, practically. And you respect Mother Earth, you respect the rivers, you respect Saint Francis would call a brother dog and sister cat. Prabhupada said there is a true God conscious person. He's seeing the divinity in everything. Everyone has the divinity. If you appreciate the divinity, we also are divine, but today contamination is there. Cleanse your heart. Lord Chaitanya gave the easiest process. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. You apply, then you advocate. You tell this to others. Sarda Kori Karo. You apply first, then you tell others. If you make decisions first to protect earth, it will protect your life. Your spiritual life, you'll have a spiritual bank account. It will cleanse your heart. And now you'll become better and better, and you'll become happy and happier. That's what I want. Anyone has any question or comment? Otherwise, we'll end it. We'll go to the important part of our program now. Anyone wants to add anything? Question or comment? Otherwise, we'll end it. So come Saturday, we have this deity installation anniversary. Once again, I'm repeating. And take part. Actually, this vibration, like chanting of Mahamantra, it goes, any vibration goes around earth 7 times. So we will do this kirtan. When people come together and do kirtan, what happens? It will go all over the earth 7 times, purifying the environment, touching the souls, comforting the souls. Not that it is just some localized thing. Sitting here and listening, sitting here and taking part, you are this one hand. You're contributing to contributing to a bigger cause of protecting earth. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So Prabhuji will give blessings. Please take blessings. But please do come on Friday. End of the program, Prasad is there. Saturday also is there. Lunch and dinner. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki, Radha Gopi Janal Bhagwan ki, Jai Gaur Hare Prema. Very bad.